Monitor mix, because I got this new technology now where you got earphones in. So if the guy hasn't got it right either, too much drums, too much bass, and so we took the first song to get that sorted out. But at the end of the night, they were all singing. Oh, it was fucking my hair and my arms were standing. It was magic, magic, fucking brilliant, amazing. It's like a spiritual experience.
Right. It was your first time ever in São Paulo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you were in Rio 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago, it seemed like it was yesterday.
You owe Brazil a lot of music.
Pardon?
You owe Brazil a lot of music.
Yeah.
So, how's the record doing?
Well, I finished it. I haven't heard the final thing. I haven't heard the final. I've heard the mix. To describe it, it's kind of heavy but yet psychedelic.
You done some of the new songs at the concert?
We did one because the people are not familiarized with the record yet, so I just put one in. It's kind of like it's a song that I wrote with a guy called Jim Valente. It's called "I Just Want You." It's about it's kind of like got a lot of lyrical twists in it.
And how has it been in the last 3 years since you did No More Tears? And
well, it's been great.
You had a big twist having in your career.
Well, what I did at the end of No More Tears, I said to my wife, I can't keep doing this, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm just like a mouse on a wheel. I'm getting lost in my own head. I'm losing my focus. I haven't got a purpose to do it. I don't know why I'm doing it. And so I was making a great living. I was buying great houses. I was buying great cars, buying animals, got kids, but I never saw any of it.
I see, because you're.
So I just said, I want some time. I need some time to sort of say, oh yeah, I want to do it again. And so I sort of retired. But then when I retired, I thought, well, what do I do? Because I'm one of these people that when I'm on the road, I want to be at home. When I'm at home, I want to be on the road, so I'm never fucking happy. I'm always chasing my own ass,
I see.
But I suppose it comes to the thing that it's in my blood. I was saying to Sharon, I'm still extremely nervous before I go on stage. I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm Ozzy Osbourne.
I've been doing this for a long time.
I'll just get just as scared, if not worse. And I said, my wife says, do you want to go out there on the road? I said, yeah, but I'm frightened. Can I still do it? Will they still want to hear me? Will the people still like me? Is my music still good enough? And if you'd have been at São Paulo the other night, I just thought, fuck, this is where I belong, man.
Yeah, the whole stadium.
I mean, just the audience. Fuck the stadium. I'd play on the beach. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, the audience, the emotional fucking, it's like an emotional event for me. I mean, it's just phenomenal. It's just something that I really suddenly realised that I need, like a baby needs milk. I need that feeling,
And was it a big change for you since you No More Tears was so successful? Did it change your?
No, I mean, every time I go into a recording studio, I don't go, okay, I've had a good run, I'm going to go in and make a fucking terrible record. It's time for me to make a bad record. I don't do that. I mean, sometimes it's a great record to the public, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not good, but my intentions when I go in the studio is to make the best record I can. People say to me, Ozzy, what is your best record? And I always say, I have not made my best record yet, because if I make the best record, I'll be over.
Yeah, of course.
You can't beat the best. So, I mean, it's down to, and sometimes on some of my records, there's tracks where I go, that's okay, that's great, that's not okay, I like that one, that's good, that's not so good. And very often the things that I think are not so good, people come to me and say, Ozzy, why don't you ever play so-and-so, so-and-so? And I go,
because you don't like
that? So I'm not always right, and all I can do is go in the studio and give it my best shot. I mean, I'm not the greatest person in the studio. I don't like that environment. Because one of the most interesting things I'm coming across now is like 1995. They have got so much recording technology. Yet when I go into the studio with these producers, they go to me, "So Ozzy, on Volume 4, when you wrote Snowblind, how did you get that guitar sound?" And how? I don't fucking know. We just plugged in and played, you know.
Yeah.
We had.
You're not into technique, right?
I mean, it's just like that. They all think that we had some mysterious, magical secret of we all fucking sacrificed a cow or something. Then we just went in. We were drunk, stoned, and fucking played, you know.
Yeah.
The first Black Sabbath album we recorded in 12 hours on a 4-track machine in mono, you know.
Yeah.
When people say to me, "Man, it's amazing," people come up to me and say, "Oh, you know the B-side of the first Black Sabbath album, the bass was out of tune." And I go, "Who gives a fuck?
So why?
You're still selling now. Where's your fucking record?" You know. I mean, people are so. I mean, I'm not a technical person. I like a stereo effects. I must confess. I like to have that trippy effect on a stereo thing. Like the first Zeppelin album, the second Zeppelin album were great, but Zeppelin 2 was phenomenal for that. But I mean, you put Sgt. Pepper on today, it still sounds great today as it did when it came out in the 60s.
Of course.
Some albums are timeless, and some albums you go, "Fuck, you know, whatever happened to so-and-so, so-and-so?" You know, I mean, you start being in the eye of a storm and you think, "Fucking, I'm never going to get through this." It's like all the Poisons and the Motley Crues and this and that, and it's like everything's crazy, you know. You think this is so big that no one's going to survive this, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there, you've still got an audience, you're still doing what you do, and you go, "Whatever happened to Poison? Whatever happened to
Motley Crue?
Whatever happened to these people?"
Yeah.
It's. I mean, Motley Crue. They're very good friends of mine, and I think that last album that I had was a great album, but obviously the people never thought that.
Yeah, because they became such a different band, right?
You can. I phoned Nicky Six up just as the album came out, and I said, "Nicky, I really like your album, but I think you should have changed your name of the band because it's not Motley Crue. It's not Motley Crue. You'd have called yourselves New Crew or Crew or something."
If they had presented being some other band, they could have done much better.
You can replace a guitar player, a drummer, and a bass player, but you replace a singer, and it changes.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like George Harrison and Ringo Starr going out in the Beatles and having me and David Coverdale sing as the other two.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the Beatles.
Of course. And tell me about the changes in your band.
I changed my band members, or my band members move on. Most the guitar players I have, they start off, it's like I get a bird out of a nest and I watch it get feathers and it flies away, you know.
Sure, yeah.
And that's why, with Zakk Wylde, I'm sure that he will do great. I'm convinced he will do great.
How long did it play with you? Long time,
it's got to be like 5, 6 years, 5 years, 6 years. I don't really know, I don't count. But it's just, I don't own anybody, and plus the fact, I always like to get a guy that's got a mission, a guy that wants to be. Because every guitar player I get has to fill that last guy's shoes. And this guy I got now, Joe Holmes, is fucking great, man. He really is great. And I've kind of got somewhat of a reputation for discovering new guitar players. Because in this day and age now, they're getting rarer and rarer because the guitar heroes are getting further away, you know.
Yeah. And does it take you a lot of work to find a new guitar player?
Well, yes and no, but it's kind of like you never know how good a chick is until you've had her in bed.
Sure.
And it's kind of the same thing with the guitar. You never, the guy can come in with a guitar, he can do all the things, but they get on the stage and they go, "There's 30,000 people, I can't play," you know.
Yeah.
And you never know what they're like. Or if something goes wrong, they go, "Fuck, my amp's gone out." You never panic. You have to be in a band situation. It's just like a team, a football team, or anything, or a chain. A chain is as strong as its weakest link. If one link on a chain is weak, the chain is no good.
Sure.
So you have to try and. It's a kind of like an education process. That it's not just the Ozzy show. I'm the spearhead, and now the shaft. If you haven't got a shaft, you ain't going to throw that spear very far, you know.
And tell me about pretty old question. About the reunion you did with the old Sabbath guys.
It started off as a good idea, but then I have a manager, Lisa has a manager, Tony has a manager, Bill has a manager, and a fucking psychiatrist, I think. And it just got... We hadn't done a gig, and everybody wanted this, and wanted demands, and I said, well, you know, all we gotta fucking do is get up there and play, and just give what they want and go home, you know. 28 shows, and if it goes good, carry on. If it doesn't, we'll go home. But it just got crazy. It just got absolutely insane. And I just said, when I was starting to make monetarily wise a better deal than the rest of them. You know, because the people that were involved said, if Ozzy's not there, we don't want to know. And so, well, whatever. And it was my career that was on. If it went down the toilet, I went down with it. So it was a big gamble, you know. I mean, I'm not an idiot. If somebody offers me a lot of money, I'm going to go for it, you know. But that aside, I just felt that there was too many stupid demands, and it's like, I want this, you want that. I said, listen, they out there, fuck what I'm getting, and fuck what you're getting. Everybody was concerned about it. I don't give a shit about that. My wife does the deals. I don't know what the fucking deal was. I don't know what these fucking points and shit and backlashes, and I ain't got a clue. I don't wake up in the morning and go, how many tickets we sold? We sold 48,000 tickets at $10 a ticket. That means I don't walk around the planet counting my fucking heads. I just do a show, you know. And that's what I have a manager. That if my wife says, oh, Ozzy won't miss this, she's fucking. I don't care, you know. I don't want to walk around thinking, oh, there's 100,000 people that paid $20,000. You know. I don't. But it became as the negotiations got on with that Sabbath thing, it became more and more of a fucking problem. And at the end of it, I just got this gut feeling that I thought, well, it will never work. Number one, Bill Ward has never been on the stage in 12 years, and I knew in my heart of hearts that he couldn't take the pace. His lifestyle is such a way that he lives a very kind of organised life. He gets up at a certain time and he moves at a certain pace, and you can't rush him. And in rock and roll, you've got to be able to go, fuck, I'm switched straight onto something else to keep the show going. You can't stop that show, because if you stop that show, the fucking audience go. When I go on a stage, I've got to work that audience. I have to. It's like working. It's like a guy fighting a bull. He has to know what he's doing. He stands there. The fucking bull's going to shove his horn up his ass, and he's dead. So you have to work the audience the same way. You have to get that emotion going, and work that. And if I was to go, oh no, stop. Oh, hold on, I've got him going. I'm just going to have a cup of tea. You know, reality is, you've got to create an atmosphere. You have to create an event. You have to. I mean, every night. Some nights I go on stage, and I just can't sing, but I try. And if I can't sing, I say, listen, I can't sing because. Oh, I mean, but it's the way it goes. And the way with the Sabbath reunion was going, it was just fucking. It was just too crazy at the end. I mean, as he was going on, I mean, it was just. I mean. When I was with Black Sabbath, there was a lot of fun, but there was also a lot of unhappiness. And it's like any relationship that years ago you had a relationship with a chick, say a girl, and you remember the good times you had with that girl, but you forget all the many times you had bad. You remember, oh, the time we walked on the beach, and the time we had a fucking pina colada, and we had sex and whatever. Yeah. But you forget the time that you were throwing fucking chairs and fucking bottles at each other. And so you carry around the good parts, but then when you try and rekindle that fire, you go, oh man, I forgot all about that fucking man. And it's just the same. It's just like any relationship. It all
came back to you.
It just, I thought, this is crazy. We're spending fortunes and we haven't even fucking sold a ticket yet, you know. And just, like, all it is Ozzy, are you in? Bill, are you in? Tony, are you in? Geezer, are you in? Yeah, okay, this is it, we'll go in. But that's all we had to do. Yeah. I mean, when I played with them at Costa Mesa, I had no rehearsal. I just walked on, did it, and went home. That was, I mean, I could get those guys now and do a set with them without even fucking rehearsing.
Yeah. I mean, it could be much more simple.
I mean, but everybody's manager was like, oh, well, I want a kung fu, black belt, karate, fucking one-legged chef, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, you know, Elvis died years ago.
I see. And you did some, speaking of Elvis, you did some things on big screens. Is that part of your show?
Yeah.
What are the images? It's Elvis and Beatles?
Watch. Come to the show.
Yeah, oh, well, but
I'm not gonna
did you plan that yourself?
I'm not going to say anything. I mean, if I tell you, it's not going to be no surprise, man.
No, but yeah, this is only coming out after the show.
It's just fun. It's just, it's like a Forrest Gump thing, you know, interaction with different things. It's very funny.
That's it.
Bernardo, tá rolando mais ou menos aqui alguma coisa?
Mais ou menos. And speaking of Black Sabbath, do you see that Black Sabbath is an influence in the 90s to new bands more than it used to be in the 80s?
Absolutely.
And how do you see that?
Well, I mean, literally every month I get a different tribute album. Somebody else is doing a tribute. I mean, it's like the thing in the 90s is to do a tribute album to Black Sabbath. Oh, I only wish that they had done a tribute to Black Sabbath when we were together, because we would have been a bit more better off at the end of the day. But it's kind of an added bonus, I think. At the time of being, my time in Black Sabbath, we never realised what we got. We never realised what we did. We never realised that we were going to have this effect. I'm fucking over the moon. I'm absolutely glad about it. But
sure.
It's not what it wasn't the plan. But it's just, I mean, if I've done anything wrong or good in my life, I mean, that's what I mean. I like that flavour. It's so great, you know. Everybody said, "Oh, this sounds very Sabbath. That sounds very Sabbath." But Sabbath were influenced by other bands. We were influenced by Cream. We were influenced by John Mayall. We were influenced by 10 Years After, Jethro Tull.
And do you like some of those new bands?
To be honest with you, I really don't. I really don't. The only band that really had a major impression on me was two bands, Alice in Chains and Nirvana. And I think it was so fucking sad that he killed himself, because it was such a waste. I mean, I like Soundgarden. I like the Soundgarden album. But a lot of this stuff sounds, I can hear Sabbath, you know.
Yeah, sure. Listen to the original.
So it's kind of like, I don't really like to talk about that much, because it's kind of like, what right do I have to say this is good and that's bad? It's all good, because music is music. And what I prefer to listen to is stuff that turned me on in the beginning. Not stuff that, I very rarely listen to old stuff of my own.
Yeah.
And I certainly haven't, not for any other reason, that I haven't heard of Black Sabbath. I mean, it's unfair to say that the only Black Sabbath what was any good was when I was with them, because Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules were good albums.
They were.
You mentioned that when you were talking about record production in the 60s, when you went to the studio to make your first album with Black Sabbath, did you consider the idea of making a whole production, or you just recorded what you were playing or rehearsing? Did you have that production?
We were just 4 kids. We were on our way to do a show in Switzerland. We were doing a residency in a bar, I remember. And on the way to get the boat, the ferry, the manager at the time said, "I want you to do this, record some of your stuff at this studio." So we thought, recording, you know. So we stopped the van, unloaded the equipment, and played the whole album live. Got in the truck and went off. The next minute I know it was January, and they showed me the album sleeve, and I was like, "Fucking hell," you know. I was like, I thought that's all you did. We never thought, and it was only about, I'd say, after Paranoid, that we started to think, oh yeah, we can fuck around. We did a lot of crazy stuff. We'd do things like fucking experiment. We'd spend days in the studio. We were like, quote, stars, you know. When we had open and studio, we never went home. We just lived in the studio, just fucking experimenting. I remember one occasion, we had this big tank of water. It never got on the record. We had this huge tank of water, and we had this big gong. And we decided that sound, when it hits water, changes. So we hit this gong and lowered this gong into this water, and the sound was, fuck, I don't know whatever happened to that experiment. It was like, because the water soaked the sound up. It was a quite interesting sound. And we used to get people off the street to start talking and get drunks in up their own sides. It's crazy shit. We just used to fuck around all the time. Somewhere in the world, I don't know whether it's still around, but there's so much shit that we did that never got. We used to get, when we used to write, we used to rent a house in the middle of nowhere and have 2 Reeboxes going very slow. And we just do cocaine and just play for days. Just play all day, all night, just stop for a drink, just carry on jamming. And then we would listen back and go, that would go with that, that would go with that, and link it together. That's the way we used to write.
So are you telling me that you recorded many tapes that were never released?
Yeah, many.
Do you think they will come out?
I don't even know where they are.
Would you enjoy it to take a look, to read, to hear them again, and to
I don't know whether I would enjoy it, because to be perfectly honest, I was so stoned and so drunk all the time. I don't know what happened. I don't know where it all went.
But would you like to hear them and see if there's anything that would be worth being released on a box or anything like that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, things keep coming out. I mean, I have no control over that. I don't have the tapes. I mean, I don't know where they are. I mean, there's somewhere. Somebody's got fucking hours and hours of mainly the band jamming, not so much me singing, because the way they would do it, they would work out a musical passage and I would have to put a vocal thing on it, you know. And what we would do in the old Sabbath days, anything that resembled a format, a plan, we'd purposely sabotage it and stick something so fucking wacky on there, and then come back to the original thing. And it wasn't so much songwriting so much as long musical journeys. It was kind of like we were awkward. We tried to be very awkward. It went on and went on, and a lot of the time after we recorded, we'd have to edit it down, and even then when we edited it down, it was still too long sometimes for me.
And I don't read much about it. How do you face and what do you know about the bootlegging of Black Sabbath stuff?
I've heard so many bad bootlegs, and a lot of the time what the bootleggers will do, they'll record one show, and they'll say live in Rio, and then live in Sao Paulo. And it's the same show, but they've changed the set list, so it sounds like but I can tell by what goes on in between the songs that it's the same show. I mean, talk about bootlegging. On my last tour, I did Tokyo, Japan. We did 2 shows. The first night we went on stage, I came back the next night to do the second show, and there's this guy standing outside the concert, and he's got a fucking stand with about 100,000 CDs on, and he's got Ozzy Live at the Budokan. And I go, he must have got them from the last tour. It's impossible for this guy to fucking make 100,000 copies from last night. Packaged, everything, lyric sheets, badges, T-shirts, fucking everything. I couldn't fucking believe that the guy had bootlegged them. He had like, he couldn't have
hours.
In less than 24 hours, this guy had 100,000 of these fucking things. And I was fucking...
Impossible.
I was
That's
fucking...
technology.
I was stunned. I mean, how the fuck do they do it? It amazes me. But I mean, bootlegging, it's a part of part of it, you know. I mean, there's some terrible bootlegging. I mean, sometimes you get like, you can hear like people going, and you hear the music in the background, and you go, yeah, and it's a fucking noise. So, I mean, you can't stop it. What can I do? You know, I can't fucking search everybody, and even if you do search everybody, you're going to get people in there to pass it to the toilet window, the machine, and whatever. But I can't. It's an occupational hazard, you know.
Yeah. After so many years, and after seeing so many bands that always say that they were very much influenced by Black Sabbath, etc. What's your general opinion about the whole influence that you may have caused? Do you think they took it in the right way?
We took it from,
job on your
no,
work?
we took it from somebody else. They took it from me, and I guess in another 20 years, somebody will be taking it off them. It's just handing on the torch. It's just handing on that flag. It's whoever influences you. If you like music, it's an influence. So you go to see a band and you go, oh, they remind, they sound kind of like that, and I like that. And it goes on and goes on. Because if you go right back, rock and roll started with like slavery, you know. It was like it was started from the black slave people in jazz and all that. And it was like non-conformist music. Yeah, I think like jazz was a spin-off of like, you know, the classical thing was like the white-collar worker music. Then you got jazz that was just like a natural rhythm. Then from jazz came country and western, or whatever. And from country and western came what they call rock and roll. From rock and roll became pop music, and then from pop music was heavy metal, and from heavy metal was rap and punk and all that. It's just, the whole thing is just music. But these people keep going, oh, we'll call this heavy metal, and we'll call this punk, and we'll call this jazz, we'll call this folk, and we'll call this classical. It's only a name, but the bottom of the line is, if you like a specific form of music, doesn't matter what the fuck it is, it's still music. If you like it. If you don't, then you don't fucking like it, you know. I mean, and music, the most amazing thing about what I've had, the most amazing experience I've had through me and my music is that I don't understand your language in Rio. I don't understand the language in Japan. I don't understand the language in Russia. I don't understand the language in a lot of countries, but my music gets through. Music is my language, you know. It's a rhythm. And especially in Latin America. Latin America has this phenomenal inner fucking rhythm that they're born with. It's like you walk down the street. I remember when I was in Rio last time, the people are just tapping drums, cans and trash. I mean, it's like a part of the spirit. You know, it's fucking great. You should give that to the rest of the world. Shoot the politicians with a bit of that, and instead of pressing buttons to kill each other, start fucking dancing samba.
Yeah, but we were talking about the influences. Do you think the great majority did great interpretation of your message, or do you think some of them made bad jobs? Do you think
I don't criticize anybody, because what I like, you may not like. What you like, I may not like. So it's all it is variety. And I'm not going to say, I didn't like that version of that, this guy sucked. I mean, you know, it's wrong because they did it the way they want to do it. And what right do I have to say the way they do it? I don't go like, no, you sing as he lost his... No, not scream or sound like you're dying. But he wants to sing it the way he wants. I just recently heard a really interesting version of Who Are You? One that I wrote for Sabbath, and it's so trippy. It's like, fucking hell. It's like heavy as fuck, man. And it's kind of like, I look up, if it's not this way, that you can't never beat the original. I mean, you can get people that paint, the person that painted the Mona Lisa is painted the Mona Lisa, and you can get a lot of people that can copy the Mona Lisa, but there's nothing like the original one. So it looks exactly the same, but it's not the same. It can't be. I mean, but you either like it or you don't. And I never like to say, oh, like they're not doing it as good. This is no good, you know, because it's not my place to. It's not my job to. I mean, I'm very honoured that they took the fucking time to play it, you know. Whatever, however they play it, you know, it's their interpretation of the way they would have liked to see it here, you know. Otherwise, they would have done it a different way, you know.
Have you... what is it like for you to write lyrics nowadays?
With lyrics, I have outside assistants. I start off with an idea, like this, and then Geezer on this last album of Osmosis. Geezer wrote most of the lyrics with Sabbath, and there's two songs that he wrote the lyrics for on his new album. One's called Thunder Underground, and another one's called My Jekyll Doesn't Hide. I come up with the idea, and I say, it's like My Jekyll Doesn't Hide. It's like the Ozzy Osbourne is like Jekyll and Hyde. You know what, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right,
it's a guy that turns into somebody else, and it's like the way I feel on stage, and it's kind of like that. and with I collaborate. I do. I sometimes rarely write all the lyrics, but I like to collaborate. I like to sit in a room and I'll give you a word, you give me a word, and we'll just. I like to collaborate a lot.
I see. But and all those mystical subjects that used to be in Sabbath songs, you're not into that a lot these days, are you?
Well, it's not a point of being into it or not. I mean, there wasn't a lot of mystical stuff. There was mystical stuff, but there was also a lot of other, right across the board. There was love songs, there was environmental songs, there was fantasy
Peace
songs.
Like peace songs, like Warfare.
Yeah, but it's just. I like to like surprise myself. I like to do things differently. I like to. I don't like if like No More Tears was a big hit record. I didn't want to do a record that sounded like No More Tears because I've suddenly hit on a hit formula. I mean, this new album is very different from No More Tears.
One last question from me. Was there any kind of disagreement between you and the rest of the members of Black Sabbath in terms of writing and singing about mystical?
When I was with them?
Yes, in terms of writing and singing about mystical things.
No. I mean, everybody keeps talking about this mystical fucking thing. The Black Sabbath originally was called Earth, right? We wrote a song called Black Sabbath, and we felt the name Black Sabbath was a great name, so we decided to call ourselves Black Sabbath. Now, being Black Sabbath, like Deep Purple or Led Zeppelin, they're good names, they're strong names. And we wrote songs about the mystical thing, the devil and the witchcraft, but we also wrote Into the Void, lots of different social things, environmental things that people only now are starting to go. You watch CNN and every 5 minutes there may be a cure for AIDS, cancer in the rainforest. We were writing about environmental issues in the 70s, and now we're in 1995. Everybody's thinking, oh, we're so original. And everybody skips that period. They don't want to know about the things that we did to try and say, you know, what we felt about this and that. They always think about fucking Satan, suicide, and death. And if you think you know about Black Sabbath, you don't know fucking as a thing, because we weren't what people portrayed us to be. We weren't this dark fucking demonic bunch of guys. We weren't Satanists. We were just young fucking rebels, you know. We were very angry kids about the world. I mean, we were saying, here's us guys. We're living in an industrial environment in Birmingham, England, and we're hearing songs like, if you go to San Francisco, be sure to wear a flower in your head. What the fuck's that mean? You know, when it's raining, your father's dying of lung cancer from industrial pollution. We were very angry. We were very, it's fucking horse shit, you know. Where's San Francisco? You might as well say, where's Mars, you know?
Yeah, just ask you about, because we're having this big discussion here in Brazil about bringing marijuana to legal status, and
I think if you legalize all drugs, you'll decriminalize it, because haven't they all learned by prohibition in the United States in the 30s? Because they made it illegal, people still bought it, and all that did was make
it was worse.
The cartel and the fucking the Al Capones of the world make millions of dollars. They could control it, they could make money off it, they could get the fucking country out of debt. And at the bottom of the line, whether it's legal or illegal, they're still going to use it. So it's here. So what the best thing to do is legalize it. But the downside of that, if you legalize, I think I should legalize a whole lot, because if alcohol wasn't legal, right, people would be still making alcohol, but you wouldn't know the strength of it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole problem with heroin, with cocaine, with everything. They don't know the strength of it, because it's never constant, you know. It's like smoking a cigarette or a fucking cigar, you know. I think the bottom of the line is the only way to you'll never get it under control. You'll never stop it, because people want it.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Okay.
Fotos?
Hi.
Boa noite.
All right.